So I've got another one. What is the happiness scale for writers?
The happiness
In
scale.
terms of like milestones that will they want to achieve. So I think yes, I think for every writer, obviously their first review is huge. When people get a review, that's like a huge moment for them in terms of continuing to write. It's a huge foundational moment. As I got my first review, people are actually liking what I'm making, right? Or hating what I'm making. It's some kind of like indication that people are interacting with your content. After that, obviously, getting a publishing deal is great. I think then holding their physical book in their hands is a huge one for writers. And then lastly is, every author dreams of eventually having a movie or a TV show or something visual created with their products. So I'd say those are like, for the new writer, like that first review is huge. And obviously, like compared to a movie deal, it sounds small, but it's the first signal that like you're on the right track. And then I'd say, yeah, holding your book and getting to watch your book come to life would be like the big ones.
That's awesome. So you're basically, so for Galatea, you have the whole scale, is what you're saying.
We're trying to hit exactly. We're trying to hit all the milestones. When I actually first started working at Inkit, 8.5 years ago, I started as like I was working really close with authors. I don't even remember my title. I was like a publishing manager or something, and I had a KPI for myself, which was author happiness, and I basically built this dorky scale where I was like judging on a scale of 1 to 10 how happy our authors were, and if they dipped below like 80% happiness score, I would like intervene and I would become more involved with them. And certain authors would want more one-on-one time, so we'd have more one-on-one time. Other authors would want some kind of like personal growth or development, so we signed them up for a class or a course. And like so many of them just wanted to be part of the community, so it was as simple as like sending them a note on the 1 year anniversary after their book launched, or sending them flowers on their birthday or something like that. So I think, yeah, understanding that author happiness is something that's always really kind of baked into my day to day.
That's cool. And again, your happiness scale is something that you've measured as milestones, but you've also kind of measured to make sure that your community remains engaged and getting better, right? And if they're engaged, they're getting better at what they do, then there's the other happiness scale, they'll be able to realize that, right? Which is, again, is a very
Yeah.
cool ecosystem.
I guess also like obviously the first royalty check is huge, like when they earn a royalty. And we have
Yeah.
like my favorite
Doesn't suck.
stories
Yeah.
is like I would get it doesn't yeah, and getting an email it's like, hey, I just quit my job and I'm now a full-time author is like one of the best feelings in the world. When people can transition to just writing as their career is really special. We have an author, Emily, who actually we were just in LA filming her show Secrets of Sin, and she got a full Inkit tattoo, huge tattoo of our logo
Love
and our
it.
name, and
What's
it's
Emily's
so in
last
your
name?
face. So her author name is EJ Lace.
EJ Lace. Shout out to EJ Lace.
Yeah, EJ Lace.
Congrats to
Yeah,
her,
and
That's
so I
man.
so
think,
cool.
yeah, that was a huge milestone for me, but that's a huge indication of her happiness, right? Is that eagerness to tattoo that our brand on her arm. And for her, it was like, she had asked me for like a PNG of, like our logo, and I sent her this small little thing, and she's like, no, I want it bigger. I want to say Inkit's full name on it. Like it was kind of like her love letter to us. So she's like, I don't want like just the little logo. I want to like it to say, I want everyone to see this, to know that I'm like a representation of your brand. It was pretty cool.
So what you're saying is that she inked it.
She inked it big
Yeah.
time.
All right, Mick, you're off the show.